Hey everyone, dealing with a Playboy can be hard. Hard. We've all been there, right? Stuck in that confusing whirlwind of a situationship with someone who's playing the field. They're charming, they're mysterious, they ghost you for days and then reappear with a text that makes your heart do a backflip. Because today, we're spilling the tea on 13 tricks to outsmart the player, take control, and level up your love life. Get ready to take notes, because it is going to change things for better. Trick 1. Identify the mind game. First, you have to know what you're dealing with. Players are creatures of habit. They've got this whole routine down to a science. It starts with the charm offensive flowers, compliments, maybe even a personalized playlist. They make you feel like you're the only person in the room, let alone their life. But just when you start to believe it, poof! They disappear, vanish into thin air like a magician's assistant. And right when you're about to change your relationship status to, "It's complicated," they reappear, acting like nothing happened. This is where you need to channel your inner detective. Because once you see the pattern, you see the game. And once you see the game, you can predict their next move. Knowledge is power, people. Don't get me wrong, sometimes people are just busy. But if someone is consistently hot and cold, it's a major red flag. They might be juggling multiple love interests, or maybe they're just emotionally unavailable. Whatever the reason, it's not fair to you. So how do you break the cycle? By recognizing it exists in the first place. Remember, you deserve someone who's fully invested in you, not someone who's just looking for their next conquest. Trick 2. Keep your emotions in check. Okay, so you've spotted the pattern. Now it's time to master the art of emotional detachment. This is where things get really interesting. Players thrive on drama. They love knowing they have the power to make you laugh one minute and cry the next. It's all part of their mind game. But here's the secret. You hold all the cards. The moment you stop reacting emotionally, you take away their power. Think of it like this. You're a calm, cool cucumber, and they're a screaming toddler throwing a tantrum. Who's really in control? This doesn't mean you have to become an emotionless robot. It just means you need to be aware of your triggers and learn how to manage your reactions. If they try to provoke you, don't take the bait. Take a deep breath, count to 10, and respond with a calm, measured tone. Staying calm and collected is like kryptonite to a player. It shows them that you're not easily manipulated, and that you're not afraid to walk away if they don't step up their game. Trust me, there's nothing more attractive than someone who knows their worth and refuses to settle for anything less. Trick 3. Become a mirror. Alright, time for a little taste of their own medicine. This trick is all about flipping the script and using their tactics against them. Remember how they love to play hard to get? Well, guess what? Two can play at that game. If they suddenly go MIA, don't panic. Don't blow up their phone with a million texts. Instead, disappear yourself. Go out with your friends, focus on your hobbies, or just enjoy some quality me time. When you're busy living your best life, you become way more intriguing. The key here is to mirror their behavior without being obvious about it. If they're distant, be distant back. If they're flirty with others, flirt a little yourself, within reason, of course. The goal is to make them realize that you're not sitting around waiting for them. This tactic works because it throws them off balance. They're used to being the ones in control, the ones calling the shots. But when you start mirroring their behavior, it creates a sense of uncertainty. They start to wonder if you're losing interest. And that's when they'll start putting in more effort. Trick 4. Boundaries, your secret weapon. Let's talk boundaries, baby. This is where things get real. Players are like toddlers in a candy store. They want it all, and they want it now. They'll push your buttons, test your limits, and see how far they can get. But here's the thing. You get to decide how far is too far. By setting clear boundaries, you're basically drawing a line in the sand and saying, "This is what I will and will not tolerate." And trust me, it's a total game changer. Start by identifying your non-negotiables. What are the things you absolutely will not compromise on? Maybe it's respect, communication, or quality time. Whatever it is, write it down and commit to upholding those boundaries. Now here's the hard part, enforcing them. This means having those uncomfortable conversations where you stand your ground. It means saying no when you need to, even if it disappoints them. And sometimes it even means walking away from the situation altogether. Trick 5. Create your empire. I bet you didn't know how powerful it is to create your own empire. Ready to take back your power? It's time to stop playing their game and start creating your own. This is about so much more than just dating. It's about designing a life you love, filled with passion, purpose, and people who light you up. First things first, what are you passionate about? What makes you excited to get out of bed in the morning? Whether it's your career, your hobbies, your volunteer work, or all of the above, pour your heart and soul into it. Next up, surround yourself with people who lift you up and support your dreams. When you're living a life you're proud of, dating becomes the cherry on top, not the be-all and end-all. Trust me. Trick 6. Surprise often. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, this trick is all about keeping them on their toes. Players thrive on predictability. They love knowing what you're going to do before you do it. It gives them a sense of control. But what happens when you throw a wrench in their carefully crafted plans? It's time to unleash your inner wild card. Be spontaneous. Be unpredictable. Do things that surprise them and maybe even yourself. Instead of sticking to the same old routine, mix things up. Suggest a last-minute adventure, try a new restaurant, or surprise them with tickets to a concert. The goal is to keep them guessing. When they can't predict your next move, they're constantly on their toes, trying to figure you out. Trick 7. Less is more. In the age of social media, it's easy to overshare every detail of our lives. But when it comes to dealing with a player, a little mystery goes a long way. Think of yourself as a captivating novel. You want to keep them turning the pages, eager to learn more. Instead of revealing everything up front, hold back a little. Let them earn your story, chapter by chapter. Remember, a little mystery keeps them coming back for more. Trick 8. Time is your most valuable asset. Listen up, Buttercup, because this one is important. Players are masters of manipulation, and one of their favorite tactics is to monopolize your time and attention. They want you all to themselves so they can control the narrative and keep you hooked. But here's the thing, your time is precious. Don't waste it on someone who's not fully invested in you. Instead, fill your schedule with things you love, hobbies, passions, friends, family, and maybe even a little solo dance party in your pajamas. When you're busy living your best life, you become less available, both physically and emotionally. And guess what? Scarcity creates value. The less available you are, the more desirable you become. So the next time the player tries to lock down all your free time, don't be afraid to say no. Trick 9. Be cooler than him. Ever notice how players always seem to be so effortlessly cool and collected? It's all part of their charm. But here's the secret, you can be cool too. It's all about mastering the art of nonchalance. Whether they're showering you with compliments or trying to provoke a reaction, respond with calm indifference. Think of it like this. You're a swan gracefully gliding across a lake while they're a duck frantically paddling beneath the surface. Just keep your responses brief, polite, and to the point. Remember, the less reactive you are, the more in control you appear. Trick 10. Keep them guessing. Remember how we talked about the importance of unpredictability? Well, this trick takes it to a whole new level. Players love to think they have you all figured out, but you're about to prove them wrong. Keep them guessing about your feelings. One day, be flirty and engaging. The next day, be a little more distant and reserved. The key is to keep them guessing, so they never feel like they have a sure thing. This doesn't mean you have to play mind games or send mixed signals. It's simply about maintaining a sense of mystery and keeping them on their toes. Trick 11. Make them work for it. You need to hear this if you're dealing with a player. Players are used to getting what they want when they want it. They're charismatic, charming, and they know how to turn on the charm. But here's the thing, you are a prize, not a participation trophy. Don't be afraid to make them work for your attention and affection. Don't be so quick to respond to their texts or answer their calls. Make them put in the effort to plan dates, and don't be afraid to turn them down if they don't meet your standards. Trick 12. Know your worth. I don't think people understand how crucial it is to know your worth. This is the deal, folks. The most important trick of all. You are worthy of love, respect, and a genuine connection. Don't ever let anyone, especially a player, make you doubt your worth. Players often prey on insecurities, so it's essential to build yourself up and recognize your own value. Write down a list of all the things you love about yourself, both inside and out. Celebrate your accomplishments, big or small. When you believe in yourself, it shows. Trick 13. The power of walking away. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, some people are just not meant to be in your life. And that's okay. If the relationship is based on manipulation, games, or a lack of respect, it's time to walk away. It's not easy, but it's essential for your own emotional well-being. Don't waste your time on someone who's not willing to meet you halfway. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. Alright, my love gurus in the making, there you have it. 13 tricks to outsmart the player and take control of your love life. Remember, knowledge is power, and now you're armed with the tools to navigate the dating world with confidence and grace. Whether you choose to play or walk away, remember that the power is in your hands. Dating can be a wild ride, but it's also an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and maybe even a little bit of fun along the way. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more empowering content, and share your stories in the comments. Remember, you hold the power to change the game. Now go out there and conquer the dating world.